Remember, show me love on the subscribe, like, and share button. And always stay sipping.
Strong at the Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly.
Tanisha Talksies, thank you so much for hanging in here with me. I had a motherfucking malfunction. They took my live down because they said that I was sexually exploiting. I, had it reviewed. It's back up. So going over there, watch the last 2 lives I did on the lion ass Diddy victims. Tonight we are adding our co-host, Lulu motherfucking Carter, bitch. That's our motherfucking calls to the goddamn show. Let me get on here and send her the link. Okay. To join on tonight. We got a few talking topics on our time tonight to talk a motherfucking bad bitch. So as soon as my computer acts like he got some goddamn sense. Okay. Here's the link, Miss Lulu. Okay. And I'll see you in the show, baby. All right, darling. Alrighty. We are up back on Tanisha's Talksies, brother. Activities tonight with our co-host, Lulu Goddamn Me Carter. Hey, Miss Carter. Okay, we're waiting on her. Yeah, they had took my fucking live down, y'all. Oh my goodness. No, we don't need that. We don't need it. It has been restored. Thank the gods. Thank you. Thank you. Talking about we removed your video. It goes against our community standards on adult sexual solicitation, which is nowhere close to what I would ever do. I would never pedal my pussy down to this internet, okay? I don't have any motherfucking reason to do that. I am doing what it does to take care of my life, and I don't need to pedal my pussy or anyone else's down to this motherfucking internet. Okay? So they did restore it. Hi, Tanisha. We found that our technology made a mistake taking your video down. Thank you for taking the time to request a review and helping us improve our systems. Our priority is to keep the community safe and respectful, so sometimes we have to take precautions. They got it back up there. They're whipping a snap, crackle, pop, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see if Lulu clicked this link yet. See if she clicked this link yet. So not as of yet. We're gonna get back into listening to. We were over on Danny Robertson page, YouTube.
They took her to the studio in New York and then had the nerve to dress her up in a D&G sweater, do her hair, put makeup on her, and take a picture like a trophy. She only 11 years old in that picture, and that's not allegedly.
She said that's not allegedly. So there you go, Adria. You're backing Misha's claims of being in that studio, sitting on Diddy's lap, wearing that D&G shirt with the skirt. And yes, like Misha's the one that told her this information. However, if Adria, knew this stuff was a lie, why did she run with it? And that's not the only thing. She has also said that she's seen Lamisha on the table at an event. How can you see her there when she wasn't there? You also said that you and Lamisha were gang raped by 100 to 200 people. The number keeps changing. And how can you say that's true when Lamisha was not there and that did not happen? So how you're co-signing her lies. So now that calls into question your own stuff and everything that you got going on, which I will be looking into. Just like I did a whole video breakdown of Lamisha, I will be doing one on Adria, okay?
And then the same girl,
J-Lo was messing around with.
Man, there's so many. I drop names on the neck, man. We talking about Diddy right now. But it's, yeah. And then that's the same girl that in the magazine is laying on the table butt naked with fruit and food and stuff off of her. And we all eating off of her. I sucked the strawberry off her. She 14 years old laying on that table. She had a body like a grown woman. You don't think anybody's looking at that thinking that's a kid laying there. You're assuming it's a grown woman. So he made everybody be with a minor, against your will, and he recording the shit. Same girl.
So you're trying to say you saw her at that 2004, August 2004 50th dinner party, and you saw her there on the table. That's not her on the table, so you didn't see her there. Secondly, you are not even there. So it's not even just about backing her claims. It's also putting yourself there. You keep on putting yourself at a lot of places that you're not there. She's not there. You're not there. You're lying too.
Girl needed to do a number 2 on stage. She performed and she told him, I need to go off stage. I need you to bathroom. He told her no. She ended up shit on stage. It was went everywhere. And Denzel Washington grabbed up his wife, mobbed up the Diddy, and was like, man, you don't respect nobody. Had to run up out there.
Watch my previous video on this. I have the video and I have the full breakdown. This is just a quick video. That whole thing about Denzel has also been spun into something completely different. But watch my full video on all this being broken down. This is just a quick video, okay?
This is what they're talking about with to run up out of there.
There's not a lot. Leaving a party. If you pay attention, his wife Paulette is not even with him. He's walking out alone, driving alone. His wife wasn't even there at that one that's storming off, or him. I wouldn't even say storming off of leaving the an event. Diddy at the party by himself. His wife wasn't at that one. There were 2. Again, watch my other video. Okay, this is just a quick update.
It was just the fact that she shit on stage and in front of everybody. And then Diddy.
I heard that, Miss Danny. So everybody was like pushing that, peddling that Denzel left a Diddy party because his wife was offended at something that was going on. People were speculating that it was, Diddy wanting to have, an intimate situation with her, and maybe Denzel was, of course, no. Maybe that's what was, what. Now we learn. Thank you, Daddy, over there, avenging all these fake and pedo pushing ass shit down to this motherfucking social media ass niggas. That, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing that niggas was thinking. He was at an event. He did leave. He seemed offended, but his wife wasn't even there. Oh, okay.
her to a room and beat her ass because she didn't even only give her water baths and not let her wash with soap. I'm gonna say allegedly because she's still Jane Doe right now. I'm gonna say allegedly. You know what I mean? It's alleged.
Still Jane Doe right now. No, she's not no Jane Doe. So you actually, this is her introduction to Lamisha, calling her the Jane Doe. And it did G shirt, wearing that skirt, sitting on Diddy's lap at that studio, the woman on the table. This is her introducing Lamisha. And remember, Lamisha is the one that reached out to Adria to reach out to Lamisha and to say she's these people.
But she wants a DNA on 2 of his kids because they took 2 babies out of her. They kept her locked up and they had her babies at the house. 2 babies they took out of her stomach. That's not allegedly.
Damn.
And allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, she
keeps on saying that's not allegedly, that's not allegedly. These are lies. We have already proven that these are all lies by Lamisha, and you're backing her up and saying not allegedly. Well, guess what? You're a fraud and a liar now. I have to look into your stuff now.
had a 3 with Diddy and his own mama / auntie, and she had a 3 with Nelly and Diddy. That's not alleged.
No.
Allegedly. Sorry, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. Congratulations on the birthday. I love y'all together. It was 20 years ago. Don't get mad at 20. We talking about 20 years ago. Don't get emotional. We just telling our truth. People, please don't get mad. It's some of y'all's favorites. It's gonna kill y'all. It's gonna devastate y'all when you hear the names involved, because we all grew up on these people. We all love these people. We'd have never thought these people would have been involved in the things that they're involved in. We're just telling our truths, everybody, and it was 20 years ago. So please don't judge.
I want to give a thank you while we're waiting on our co-host. I believe with my current platform, which I love, Streamlabs. Thank you. Shout out to Streamlabs. It gave me this beautiful background. I love it. I love this. Tanya Munger, Melody Hermes, Coach Alpemia Diggs, Lauren Snyder, Alicia Miller, Harry Fred, Charles Million, Glowing Flower Crown, Taisha Jennings, Jessica BSN, Jessica Tom, Joel Wilcock, and Natoya Valier have all become members since I've been live tonight. Followers. Since I've been live tonight. Thank you. Blessings. Sip this hot tea, y'all. It's hot. We are on here with the lion ass, fraud ass hoes that are, accusing Diddy of all this crazy nonsense, y'all. God, get in here and sip this hot tea. How hot can you stand it? How hot can you stand it?
Just say we lying. We're being nice enough to let y'all know what's going on from an insider.
Insider. So this is the scam. Jaguar Wright, Courtney Burgess, Adria English, Lamisha Fuller, all are in on this scam, pretending to be insiders when they are not insiders, pretending to have certain information that they actually don't have. Now, some people have more credibility than others, and Jaguar Wright, no credit without actually checking to see if she's actually close to the industry. If they actually look into it, they'll see that she's not. All her attachments were just through social media when she has been accusing people of certain things and attaching herself to people. Courtney Bird is completely fraud. Lamisha, complete fraud. And I have to look into her further.
Danny Robinson, what? The guy that's supposed be with the videos or whatever that had the information about the Kim Porter book is a fraud. We're gonna have to deep, dive, they say. Have to put on our motherfucking snorkels and go deep, bitch. Go deep. He was peddling his Gucci cat down to the Sean Atwoods and all of that, you know what I'm saying, with him being the actual one that had the goddamn you know what I'm saying, whatever that they formulated this Kim Porter book out of. And that he also had videos and things like that. That's why he was ushered down to the federal courts or wherever to turn him over. Okay, so whoa.
See what I really think, but as it pertains to Lamisha, complete fraud, and Jaguar Wright is a fraud as well, and she has no real industry secrets. Everything that she speaks
We
has
know
been
about
rumored of gossip
Jaguar.
before she said it. She's a
Ugh,
thief,
that
if
bitch get
anything.
no real
Point of
airtime
view.
over
If you were
here.
not even there,
Only
don't tell
unless
somebody
y'all.
you're lying when you weren't even.
You are not a go-go dancer at that 2000.
Only unless, you know what I'm saying, it's some real understanding about Miss Jaguar. I do not care for the way that she facilitates herself in the situations, knowing goddamn well she was not there. She said she seen Jay-Z and Diddy having sex, girls. I said, ooh, okay.
For event that you say you saw Lamisha there on the table, you say you were a go-go dancer there. No, you were not. You were not present.
Been there.
Big facts.
The same girl I was
Whoa.
telling you about, that the Jane Doe, the 11 and 14-year-old, same girl, he made strap Justin Bieber down.
And why did I also feel like there was no go-go dancing involved? Strippers make way more money than go-go dancers. So why would you go from stripping to go-go dancing? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you go from stripping to go-go dancing? Okay, y'all, listen.
She had to strap him down while Diddy and two of his sons took turns, and she had to sit there and watch. And Justin Bieber was crying and begging to be let up. And when she went to unloosen him, Diddy socked her.
I'm actually Ella. Hey, hold on. I'm actually gonna pause this and let me see. My baby is so over dramatic. Let me put my show on a break so that I can get her out of the bathtub. How do you put this on a break? Here we go. Oh, that's not it. Ella, what did I say? I said to hold on a second. There's no need. Hey, there's no need for you to do any of that. Hold on. Hold on. Beauty boo, get your ass out of there. We are back. I had to get my baby out of the tub, and I'm trying to get Miss Lulu Carter, the co-host, to get on here. You cannot use a phone to join the panel. You must use a computer. Okay. Let's get back in.
During the face in front of Justin Bieber, so we trying to get with Justin because he would cooperate. Allegedly, Justin, get at me, Justin. We be confidential. We ain't got to tell the press, nobody. Holler at me, Justin. I'll put y'all together. She was there, you was there. I was already out of it. She told me that story, but Justin, I got you.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber did not meet Diddy until November 9, 2009, when he spent 48 hours with Diddy. And also in 2009, Justin Bieber was 15, gonna be 16, going on 16. And Misha Fuller was 19. She was not even a minor. Okay. So she claims that she was at the studio in 2003 telling somebody else's story, that she, wasn't around Diddy after 2006. And, so how can it be that now as an adult at 19, she's back around Diddy in 2009 with Bieber? So the timeline is not timelining or mapping or adding up. So again, that was already exposed as a lie in my full video. Again, check out my full video. This is just a quick video.
Also, you saying Diddy and Nelly was in bed together?
He's had a threesome with Diddy and Nelly. Yeah, it's the same Jane Doe. This Jane Doe was around.
So she's saying that Jane Doe, she's calling her Jane Doe like Misha, that she has these threesomes with all these people. Okay, so there's a lot of allegations she's putting out here.
From 11 years old to about 15 years old. Had
11 years old to 15 years old. So how can she have anything with Justin Bieber, who didn't meet Diddy until 2009, and she was 19? You see, y'all are not adding up. And then she said she had something to do with Cassie, and that Intercontinental Hotel, which she said studio, which was actually a hotel, and that happened in 2016, in March of 2016. So how could that still have anything with Misha as a minor? Y'all keep on messing up. Y'all are not really thinking things through before you get on here speaking and thinking that everybody is dumb and gullible and naive to fall for your lies.
Yes.
bore 2 kids. I'm not gonna say which one she believe are hers, that he's been raising. You know what?
I just want to apologize to the misled information. I was on the table.
You were the girl on the actual table.
No, she was not.
The sushi table.
Yes, I was on the table.
No.
And you also have photos?
Yes, I do have photos. I don't know.
And here we go. She's going to show the same pictures of the same Asian looking lady on the table. That's not her. They're not even the same nose shape, not the right hair texture, not the same body frame, nothing. And it's definitely not a teenager on the table. And at one point they were saying that, she was 13 on the table, then 11 on the table. The ages keep changing for things as well.
If I should send them to you, I'll show you right here, try to show you. right
I can't
now.
post it on the video because
I'm glad he told her to show it herself, because when he shows it, people try to blame it on him. When she shows it, it's like, okay, well, you're showing us who you are.
Exactly.
And now we can see exactly what you're talking about and what table you're saying you're on. Just like I told all the naysayers, it's only one woman at that 2004 August event. I showed 100-something pictures at different angles. That woman is not her, the same woman on that sushi table. It's not like Misha. Please stop it.
you were young, but if you want to show them like a little clip.
That's not like Misha. That's the same event. I'm glad she showed this because that's the August 2004 50th Fabulous dinner party, not birthday for Diddy. And that's only one person on the table.
That's me.
No, it's not.
And I want to
This is the photo that she's showing, okay, with Kim Porter, and I already went over this in my full video, so again, check that out. But this is the real photo. That woman right here is not like Misha. Again, this is not like Misha at all. This is not even a woman. This is not even a teenage person's body. That's not her nose shape. That's not her forehead. That's not her tan lines, not her skin complexion, none of it. Her hair texture. This is not her. And this is the same woman. This is the same woman in all the photos for this 2004 event. So people saying there was 5 tables. No, there was only one sushi table. And it was this lady right here, the Asian lady.
Well, Misha, we definitely thank you for clearing that up. I know, there's a woman that just came out the other day where she actually had to show her identity. And a lot of people were saying that was her in the D&G photos. So you're saying that you are the girl that's on that table?
yes, I'm on the table. That's what I'm saying.
And how old were you when you were on that table?
I was 13 on the table.
Yeah, we understand. Were you coerced by anybody like Adria or anybody
Y'all
like that?
are
Anybody
pedal
tell you to come
push
and create like a
No, Adria didn't even have to be honest, she didn't even have to reach back out to me. I can pull up my messages when I pulled up, do you remember me? And I can show y'all. But she didn't have to reach out back to me.
So she's showing, again, on her phone, that same Asian woman on the table. You can actually find online these exact pictures that's more clear because she's like showing, it's kind of blurry, but the same people in the background, the same table, the same setting. This is that 2004 party, and like Misha was not on any of the tables. It was only one table, to be honest, and they had other women painted there, but she was not it. In another video, I'm actually going to go over some other things as well, okay?
This is me. I sent her these pictures.
Look at this picture. That's that same woman. That's the same Asian woman.
This is me.
You keep on saying that's her. That's
This
her.
is Kim Porter.
Girl, that's the same Asian woman.
That's me.
This is so sad.
That's me right here on the table.
And for all the naysayers, she's actually showing a photo right here, right? And for her to say this is her, why in her own phone the picture is blurred? Why doesn't she have her own original copies of these, right? The chest area is blurred. But the point is that the one picture she keeps showing is the one where she thinks that she can pretend like it's her because the full face isn't showing, but that's not the case because Kim Porter is right there. There's other people standing around the table. Go watch my full video. I'll go over this. And you can clearly see that this is at one angle of the same Asian woman. This picture right here shows one angle, but if you go The other pictures, you can see different angles, and it's the same woman. You can also still see her pointy nose right here. Lamisha doesn't even have a pointy nose. She needs to stop. This is the actual photo right here of the Asian woman with Kim Porter. This is the clear version because she's showing from her phone. Okay. This is the woman that she's talking about that she is. This is the same Asian woman. You can see her tan line.
And who was that sent you that message? Oh, okay.
Again, this is blurry because she saw it. It's Adria English. So she's talking about how she had reached out to Adria English saying that she was a woman on the table and in a D&G shirt.
Adria, in her messages so I can show it. All I sent with her on September the 29th. I sent her, wait, hold on, where it go? On September the 29th, I sent her, do you remember me? Can you see it? Or you can't really see it?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it.
I sent her a message and it say, do you remember me? You left me with him. And she said, who? And I sent her, as you can see, that's Kim Porter right there, right?
Mm.
This is Kim Porter right here, right? This is me on the table.
Mm.
This
Girl, if it wasn't, for the fact that we know she peddling her pussy down to the internet for some money, it would be so sad. Like, I would be sad for her because you could tell she's in need of mental health. You can tell that. Can y'all tell that's her? I can. I cannot tell that is Lamisha at all, in any way, shape, form, and no fashion.
These pictures she's showing or she gave her are all from the same event. That's the same lady, the same Asian lady. So you sent Adria all these photos, but that's the same Asian lady at different angles. Girl, you are crazy. I already posted that in my full video, the different angles of Diddy holding up that fruit and the photographer taking it from the head of the table to the side of the table in the same pose. So that shows clearly that's the same woman on the table. Misha thinks she could fool everybody by only showing the woman the top of her head or the bridge of her nose and her side profile. No, that's not working. We can still see the fair color skin on the tan line, the tan skin from the tan and not real brown complexion, but tan kinda. And then we can also see, we look at other pictures, we can see Diddy holding the fruit from the head of the table angle and from the side table angle. So she didn't pay attention to that fact. So she did not pay attention to that. We can see different sides of the table.
This is Kim Porter right here, right? This is me on the table. This is me. I sent her these pictures. This is me. This is Kim Porter. That's me. Can you see it or you can't really see it?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it.
I sent her a message and it say, do you remember me? You left me with him. And she said, who? And I sent her. See, that's Kim Porter right there, right?
We've seen her sitting in Diddy's lap in the studio when she was even younger. Now hear her story for the very first time. We've heard stories. Peeps, I sat down for the most exclusive interview of 2024. We've seen her pictures all over the internet with multiple celebrities eating food off of her body when she was just a preteen. We've seen her sitting in Diddy's lap in the studio when she was even younger.
They got my pictures out here. Who put my pictures out here?
So Misha, yeah, definitely that part. Let's talk about those photos that's all over the internet. So basically that's you on the table with the food on you and they're eating off of you.
Yes.
How old were you in those photos?
I was 13.
That's going to be it for now. So make sure.
Okay, let's tea talk. Let's sip that. That's hot tea. Okay. Lamisha is crazy.
The blurry photo. Okay. You were pretending to be her.
I remember him like,
She's pretending to be the girl that's sitting on Diddy's lap at the studio. Look at the girl sitting on Diddy's lap at the studio and look at Lamisha. And look at Lamisha. How can that be Lamisha Fuller? How? Look at Lamisha Fuller. That cannot possibly ever be the girl in the D&G shirt. There's no fucking way.
telling me like, "Ooh, she got a nice body, got like a nice little shape on her."
Does Lamisha Fuller have a nice little body or a nice little shape on her? There's nothing little on Lamisha. Nothing. And from the looks of it, Lamisha ain't never been a small girl. I hear there's pictures going around from when Lamisha was a baby or something of the sort. You know, a child. And that ain't her. That is not her. Okay, let me see if I can find her like a social media for her. Where maybe she might have some pictures of her. Girl, they got her on a Child's Voice open group for survivors of rape. Stop lying. Lamisha, there are real victims you're making look crazy. Lamisha Fuller, you're making yourself look like a straight money-grabbing clown and stealing people's stories. They got her on a Child's Voice open group for survivors of rape, y'all.
And it was like the whole party was like, when I come to, they looking at me like, oh, eyes open, like I guess my eyes were closed, and then they end up putting the blindfold, so it was dark.
Let me pull this up for y'all to also see this shit. This is crazy. On Tanisha's Tea Talk, y'all. We are so glad that y'all are hanging in here with us. We've had some malfunctions, but goddamn it, the show must motherfucking go on. We are still debunking with these lying assholes. Lots of people have came out and said that they see that these hoes is some lying ass bitches. Okay, down to the Lamisha Fuller, to the Andrea Englishes, to the Allie Coates. When I looked up her name, Lamisha Fuller, this popped the fuck up, girl. Eve, she's on the radar of even real advocates or victims pages here on social media. That's crazy. That's crazy. Here we go. This is crazy. Can we hear it, y'all? Hold on, no, I can't hear nothing. It was just playing. God damn it. Grandbabies. Y'all gonna have to go out there. Go out there and play. Thank you. I got the cutest little grandbabies. God blesses me with the cutest little babies. Okay. I don't know what I can't hear it. God dang it. Hold on.
J-Lo was at
There
that
we
party.
go.
She had a baby blue dress, and I was like, I don't want to be around her. I was scared. I'm scared of her. Like, I was scared of her from how she did me when I was younger, all the stuff that she did.
One of the things she did was with the broken bottle, right?
Yeah, and he had me feeling like I was his girlfriend, so I would talk to her crazy, disrespect her. It's a picture where my face is turned this way, and I know that I'm crying. They got a square on my face. I'm just yelling. I'm 13 in the picture. I remember he snatched me off that table, put me in a dark room, and then I woke up again and it was like the whole party was like, when I come to, they looking at me like, oh, eyes open, like I guess my eyes were closed, and then they end up putting a blindfold, so it was dark. But I saw a couple of celebrities, but before they put that blindfold on me, I looked over to Miss English, and I see her and she just laying there drooling like, I see her get.
That's crazy.
J-Lo was at that party. She had a baby blue dress, and I was like, I don't want to be around her. I was scared. I'm scared of her. Like, I was scared of her from how she did me when I was younger, all the stuff that she did.
One of the things she did was with the broken bottle, right?
Yeah, and he had me feeling like I was his girlfriend, so I would talk.
J-Lo should sue this bitch.
It's a picture where my face is turned this way, and I know that I'm crying. They got a square on my face. I'm just yelling. I'm 13 in the picture. I remember he snatched me off that table, put me in a dark room, and then I woke up again and it was like the whole party was like, when I come to, they looking at me like, oh, eyes open, like I guess my eyes were closed, and then they end up putting a blindfold, so it was dark. But I saw a couple of celebrities, but before they put that blindfold on me, I looked over to Miss English, and I see her getting, and she just laying there drooling like, I see her getting.
Wow, y'all. This is wild business, y'all. What y'all think about this shit here? I'm done. It's crazy. This is Lamisha, y'all. This is Lamisha. I'm looking for younger pictures of her. Like maybe when she was younger. Here we go. How is it that Lamisha Fuller is from the States, but yet she claims to be Diddy's Jane Doe, when reports say Jane Doe is from Canada? This is Lamisha, not the girl on the table. Lamisha Fuller and Mr. Lying on Diddy, Tokyo Tony. Okay. This is Lamisha when she was younger. Clearly not the girl on the table. A little smaller, a lot smaller actually. This is not the girl on the table. This is not the girl. This is age 14 Lamisha Fuller. No, whatever. We're not. Yeah, whatever. Okay. What is this? I personally believe she might be getting herself in some deep trouble if she doesn't change course soon. Hopefully, it's not too late. By the Taj Astrology. Let's see what they're talking about. Fair commentating use.
Taj Astrology. Let's take a look at these celebrities' astrological placements to see what they're really like behind closed doors, and take a look at the energy that's around them. Yeah, we gonna be all up in their business. But keep in mind that all readings are for entertainment purposes only. So you ready? Let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Good day to you all. Good day, good day, good day. This is Time with Tajay Astrology. All right, y'all. Y'all know that a couple of weeks ago, several weeks ago, a few weeks ago, I did the reading on Lamisha Fuller. Lamisha Fuller is the young lady who claimed to be she claimed to be the D&G girl that was sitting on Diddy's lap, as well as the young lady that was on the table with the food surrounded them at one of Diddy's parties some years ago. And most of you all know she went through a whole diatribe as to what happened. She gave detailed information. Then all to come to find out, which I think the majority of us knew was not true, or at least how she told it, which is what I said when I did the initial reading. The original Jane Doe, which happens to be a Caucasian lady who was clearly very tan during that time on that picture, because she did look like could potentially be a black girl, but At any rate, a few weeks ago, I did a reading on Lamisha just to kind of see who we were dealing with, her mindset, uh, communication style.
Crazy.
And so make sure you check that out to see what was said. Now, in that reading, I also kind of took a look ahead to see what her upcoming year was going to look like, right? Because I just don't have a good feeling about all of this that she's putting out there, right? It just feels very, very dangerous to me, and it feels very, very problematic to me, right? Because you're taking someone else's identity. Not only are you taking someone else's identity, you're taking money, you're profiting from this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, all right, well, let me see what her next year looks like. So I went ahead and I did the solar return chart 2025 to 2026. And immediately there's some things that stood out to me. Now, if you look at my thumbnail, this is what her year ahead chart looks like for her 2025, 2026. And what initially, and the charts are very layered. There's so many layers to it because there's so much information. So, of course, I'm not going to go through her whole chart and give a full reading. We will be here forever. But what I will do is kind of touch on some things that kind of stuck out to me as a reader. All right. Now, the first thing that I saw, now the solar return charts are different than your natal charts, right? Your natal charts explain who you are and how you're made up. The solar return charts speaks of the theme of the year, the energy of the year, right? And the energy that is coming through, that's going to be present for this year. And one of the first things that I noticed is that in Aries sign, she has Chiron, right? Aries represents the self, who you are, again, in this sort of return chart. And Chiron is like the wounded healer, right? So you can take this a couple of ways. She could be focusing on healing herself, right? Because it is making aspects to her Venus, right? As well as the
My grandbaby is cutting up in here, girl.
check
I think he over there beating up his big sister.
to the moon, right? It's making aspects to that. So she could be focusing this year on
It's my daughter.
healing herself, healing past wounds.
Yeah,
Again, the degree or the quote unquote age in which the healing or the injury, say the emotional injury took place, would have been around the age of 22. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't have
they need to lay it down.
emotional trauma or injuries prior to that, but that is what
School.
her Chiron captures. So we do know that at age 22, something traumatic happened to her. The other thing that
Alex,
stood
get
out
in the
to me.
bed.
Now we know that when the solar return charts, the sun is always going to be in the sun sign.
Ella.
It's a solar return chart, and of course, her sun sign is Sagittarius, right? And I do know that Sagittarius rules like justice, especially in the solar return chart. It is making some harsh aspects to the North Node, right? Now, the solar return chart, the North Node kind of represents where you're headed this upcoming year.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of made me feel nervous is that her North Node is where you're headed. The current energy for that year is in Pisces. Now, of course, you know, there's a positive and a negative energy to all of the signs, the planets, what have you. Considering the fact that it is a harsh aspect, it's a North Node where you're headed, and it's in Pisces. That in and of itself is kind of troubling to me. Because with Pisces, harsh aspects to Pisces, it represents the 12th house. The 12th house is it is like it's hidden enemies. In her reading, in her original reading, I said that she needed to be careful because all of this information, all of this storytelling, all these lies, let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it 100. All these lies that she's putting out there, I believe they're going to catch up with her even more than what has happened thus far. Thus far, she's, been outed by her own lies. But with the North Node and Pisces, the Pisces energy, yes, it does represent creativity, higher level of spirituality, which it kind of seems like that is where she's headed towards, right? I've seen a couple of her lives that she's been putting out there, and it looks like that she, in my opinion, now y'all know I'm not a Christian, right? But it looks like she's playing in Christians' faith. She knows that a lot of the Christians, Pisces, that kind of represents that fish Christianity. A lot of Christians do live in the land of delusion. And I think that she's using how do I want to say it? She's using the sympathy and empathy and the energy surrounding religion to kind of capitalize off of, I believe, the delusion that she has created around this whole situation, right? Because Pisces is delusion, is deception. And I'm not saying that Pisces people are, no, they can be, but as far as the energy itself, right, it represents shams and scams, right? It represents loss. Also represents self-sabotaging, which is what I feel like she is doing, right? She's creating a delusion. She's speaking in tongues. She's calling on every deity that's out there. She's even playing with some of the Orishas, and she needs to really be careful with that. If y'all know, I'm a spiritualist. I am a seer, fourth generation of spiritualists and witches. So she really needs to be careful with that. But in my previous reading, I said that she might be careful because she might end up going to jail or some kind of mental hospital, because in there you have Neptune in her Pisces house as well. So in her Pisces house, she has the North Node, which is kind of like the present energy of where you're going, where you're working towards. She has Saturn, which is the sign of karma, discipline, calling you to your square. And then she has Neptune, which is ruled by Pisces, which is delusion upon delusion upon delusion. Now, I would say, if these had more positive aspects, then I would say she's probably going to be very creative, very tapped into her spirituality. Yeah, but with the negative aspects that it's hitting, it just doesn't feel good. One of the negative aspects that it's hitting is her Venus. Venus is also represents money, right? So I really think that this upcoming year could be problematic. Now, we know, anyone who knows astrology and knows that we all have, our own will, free will, and you can make the changes based on your actions. So I'm not by any means saying that she is going to jail or to the hospital, or it could go that way. And I think it depends on the energy that she puts out. It always depends on the energy that we put out. We're not held bent to the readings. The readings that we have, it indicates the energies that's surrounding us and that what could be. I do believe that if she continues on with this, because she did admit that she wasn't a D&G girl, but she's now saying that she's the girl that was on the table. And the internet does be interneting, and they've already pulled those pictures up, and it clearly is not her. Now, was she on the table at the party naked? She could have been, but she's not the ones that on the pictures that are circulating. So I'm not by any means saying there's not pictures of her out there naked on the table with food. I'm saying that the pictures that circulate and she's claiming that's her is not. Pisces also represents isolation, right? And initially I thought, okay, once she was found out, or once she was kind of busted out for her lies, that she would kind of go in isolation and, just kind of rebuild herself. I personally think, just looking at her birth chart, because of the fact that she has a very explicit imagination and the placements that she has in her natal chart, she really could be a very good writer. She could write stories, books. She could even create video.
The way Lamisha tells horror stories, she should write for Spielberg, bitch. She should write for Spielberg. Very, very, very much so. Okay. So 1 second. Keep listening.
Audio books and get money off of that. The placements that she had in her natal chart, she could center it around like sexually explicit or centered romance or what have you. She could really do well with that, but it doesn't seem like that's the route that she's going. Also, one of the things that is standing out to me is that her Pluto is opposing Jupiter, and we know that Jupiter rules Sagittarius, right? So to me, that is telling me that more she's going to be outed even more on her lies. She's going to be called out on her lies. With the son there, the son.
Fuck all that. I want to know if Diddy gonna, you know, put out a hit on her. That's what I want to know. Cause Molly, you in danger, bitch.
Highlights, it illuminates everything that's happening, everything that's going on. The sun is right there, and it's moving towards a critical degree, a 27th degree. So I really think that she needs to be mindful. She needs to be mindful. She is, let's see, born in 90. I mean, she's the age of my children, right? Uh, she needs, am I saying that Misha hasn't experienced some kind of trauma? And what I personally, just kind of putting their stories together, I do believe that she's done some kind of work with Adria, and I'm actually about to read her chart next. I believe that Adria potentially did dealings with her when she was underage, and maybe I'll leave that for Adria's reading. But I think that Misha needs to be careful because this chart could go very, very bad, and the negative aspects that it's making is concerning to me. It is concerning to me, but yeah, I'm just kind of looking over it again. Her north node is squaring. Let me make sure, just double check what exactly the north node is squaring. Yeah, see that her north node is squaring her Mercury, right? And so what that tells me is that the shit that you've been seeing is going to end your ass in some kind of solitude. It's created a self-sabotaging energy. It's created a self-sabotaging energy, and that is squaring her south node.
As we get ready to wrap this up, have the Rolling Stone reports courts and crime. Sean Combs' teen accuser must reveal her name. Judge rules. The decision could cause a ripple effect on how other judges will handle the 20 plus other anonymous sexual assault cases against Sean Combs. Okay. So let's listen in on what the Rolling Stone reported. Do that look like Lamisha? Do that look like Lamisha? As we wrap up, before we leave, we are going to be shouting out all of our new followers, such and such. Let's finish this up. Do that look like Lamisha? Is Lamisha gonna be the how could the fuck can Lamisha be the Jane Doe? She ain't been Jane Doe. She been Lamisha Fuller since she hit the fucking internet, peddling her pussy down to the motherfucking, platforms. So how in the fuck she been her? She ain't been Jane Doe. She been Lamisha fucking Fuller since she came down here trying to peddle that wolf pussy. Okay. I know goddamn well that ain't the girl in the D&G shirt either with y'all's ass. The girl in the D&G shirt is not a white woman. That ain't a white woman. That's a white woman standing there. A good looking one. Got nice legs. That ain't her. That ain't the girl in the D&G shirt. So what's this narrative they pushing? Let's listen. How? How? How in the fuck is she the girl with the blurred face? Let's look at the girl with the blurred face again. This is the girl with the blurred face. Okay. Maybe she had a tan or something. I don't know. I don't know. She does not look like the girl with the fucking blurred face. She looked real trashy as fuck standing here, but standing next to her husband, she looked like a fucking supermodel. Where's she at? Like she's standing next to a trailer. Like where the fuck is she at? That's the studio. It looked like Diddy went to some motherfucking redneck's trailer and was he hung with their ass is what it looked like here in the D&G shirt picture. I don't know. Cause ain't that grass in the background? Like what are we looking at? That looked like a sidewalk in the back. Grass. I don't know what the fuck we're really looking at. I don't know. Mirrors, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Because I guess she's standing next to a microphone. But do she look like the supermodel lady standing there? Standing here. Do she look like her? That don't even look like her standing here. Look at her stomach here and look at her stomach here. Here. Look at her stomach. It's wide. Look at her legs. If it's her, it's her. But I'm just, doing a compare of, then and the pictures that we see now. She look like a supermodel. Here, she looked like a redneck white woman that he done found somewhere at the trailer park. Okay. That do not look like her. I mean, look at her right here. And then look at her here. That does not look like the same fucking girl. Her right here standing up. Look at her stomach. Look at her legs. Thick. Look at her here. That don't look like the same girl to me. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't think it is. Nope. If y'all was dumb enough to send that bitch some money, that's on y'all. She deserved every cent of it. She deserved every cent of it. They didn't leave her the fuck alone. What the fuck? At that point, y'all scammed yourself. Shit. I bet you they'll be somewhere under the bed if Diddy jump out of the motherfucking bushes on their ass. I bet you they'll motherfucking get under the bed then. Keep calling Diddy name. He gonna ride on your ass like Candyman. Pull up on you like Candyman. Keep on Diddy. Gonna pop out on you like Candyman around the situation. I think they're in danger, but that's their business. You see what I'm saying? Thank you. It's not. Ain't it the truth? I like her. I like her. That's real spill. Okay. Diddy's real victim, Jane Doe, revealed. And the fake Jane Doe, Lamisha Fuller, is exposed. I bet you they'll motherfucking get under the bed then. Keep calling Diddy's name. He gonna ride on your ass like Candyman. Pop up on you like Candyman. Keep on Diddy. Gonna pop out on you like Candyman around the situation. I think they're in danger, but that's their business. You see what I'm saying? Thank you. No, it's not. Ain't it the truth? able to keep that shit. If you want your money back, dispute it with. No, it's not. All beat up, fucked up, bloody, being raped with broken bottles of glass. And ain't nobody said a goddamn thing. Nobody be like, Diddy, who is this? What's wrong with her? What the fuck you got going on with you, nigga? She was with Diddy for 5 years. Like, what? Doing what? You see what I'm saying? Diddy got a whole family. But Lamisha just said she was somewhere in the situation with the situation. And the things that they were doing to her, nobody's saying nothing. They Diddy got this little girl around 10, from 10 to 15 or some shit like that. Got this little girl around, and they doing all of these heinous, horrible acts on this motherfucking child, and ain't nobody said a word. She just walking next to Diddy like, yeah, it's any old another day. Just any old other day. The fuck out of here. So I don't care. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? She created a company or something and, you know, ran down a real scam on us. No. This was you know, a easy understanding. This was some bullshit from the second this girl opened her motherfucking mouth and started putting this shit into syndication and motherfucking platformation, bitch. This was a obvious lie from the start of the situation. We seen this shit. We seen this shit. That's what that did. That is what that did. She didn't scam y'all. She came up with a motherfucking fictional motherfucking horish night, horrible, you know, horror nightmare, and y'all fell for it, and y'all paid her. Y'all paid her. So Y'all asses is sitting up here believing that a victim is supposed to be managed for their story to be told all around for money. And y'all help this, that's on y'all. I should write Cash App and tell them to sit down and fuck them. Because if y'all are really sitting this girl buddy, knowing goddamn well this is a pedo pushing situation, then that's y'all. I say let him keep on peddling. And Diddy gonna pedal his ass out of jail and put the pedal to the metal on y'all's asses for real. Why you think you get into a bag and Diddy's ass is in jail eating breadcrumbs compared to what the fuck he was eating? You see what I'm saying? Like, if I was y'all, I would shut the fuck up. Because like I said, I say it again. If Diddy can allegedly kill his best friend Biggie, what the fuck make you think he won't kill one of y'all? What make y'all think he won't kill one of y'all's asses? You need to leave Diddy the fuck alone with this shit. Yeah. Diddy is alleged and suspected of killing many people. You need to leave Diddy alone. Before you fuck around and find out why. And I really think, I'm with her on that. I really think Lionel B got something wrong with him. Then he want to go back and get up on his platform and be like, all this and that. We listened to that on one of the last live. We listened to him talk about how he, want to pussy pop backwards now because other people, if nobody would have said nothing about Lamisha's ass and would have just been like, okay, that's what that was, he would have still been cool with the situation, trying to get paid interviews for him, taking whatever percentage out of it. The only reason why he doing that is because they got found out it was some bullshit. He like, I'm crazy, but I ain't that goddamn crazy. And she used me too, y'all. Goddamn it. I really thought we had something together, but nah, it was all bullshit. Back to our regular schedule programming. You see what I'm saying? He thought he had something going, which is furthermore making me think he need his mental health checked out as well. Because what person, fuck a kid person, can take somebody assaulting them sexually with a broken bottle of glass, a broken bottle? Your ass would have been so fucked up, it wouldn't even have been funny, my nigga. You would have been told out the entirety of the frame. And she just walking around Diddy and nobody saying nothing, that this baby is bleeding, probably insides hanging out of her private area. Let's listen. I don't even like looking at Lamisha. I don't. She disgusts me from what the fuck came out of her mouth and looking at her sloppy ass self. You see what I'm saying? I don't like her at all. At fucking all. And I want this to be an awareness for all people out here. Take care of your mental fucking health. And it ain't like y'all niggas got anything where you can hide from Diddy. You ain't gonna be able to hide from Diddy. Andrea English is homeless. And Lamisha live where the fuck she live at. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like y'all can hide. Where you gonna run? How you gonna run? You can't run from Diddy. You might run from a nigga down the street, but you're not running from Diddy. Diddy can go anywhere at the drop of a fucking dime. Can have you anywhere, have you touched anywhere. Anywhere. Y'all tripping, but that's y'all's trip to take it. Damn sure ain't mine. Keep listening. And it's okay to be the man on these social media streets as long as your ass is somewhere not peddling this pussy bullshit. You know what I said? I mean, what's the fucking point? What's the point of pushing this shit down to the social medias? I don't understand what is the real point. When it's so much shit that you could talk about with Diddy, you don't need to, as a content creator, lie and make up any of this bullshit. Diddy has done enough. Trust us. That's going to grab the audience attention and be like, what the fuck going on? Oh, Lord. That you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Put no extra sauce on this. This is already sauced up enough. At this point, y'all bitches is overdoing it. You greedy. You see what I'm saying? You motherfucking stupid, if you ask me. Because if Diddy come for you, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't give a fuck who you got with you. What you gonna do? If Diddy pull out the guns, big guns on your ass, what you gonna do? What you gonna motherfucking do? I sure hate it. And push sin. Push sin on it, God damn it, and send her some more money for her effort. for her contribution to this whole ass shit that you niggas love to eat up. Y'all niggas love this stupid shit. This is some bullshit. Where are the real victims? Will you please stand the fuck up somewhere? If you're in witness protection, then get under the bed. Get under the motherfucking bed. Real shit. Okay? But where are the real victims at? Please tell me, God. Please, God, tell me that they are in witness protection in some motherfucking where. Please, because this is bullshit. Y'all love this shit. So as the girl is telling y'all right now, to put in her cash app, don't get it taken down. Y'all gave her a reason to put a motherfucking cash app up there in the first motherfucking place. Hit the send button on her and send her some more money because y'all are the ones eating up this garbage. Send her some more money. And you leave her alone. Leave her the fuck alone. If y'all are stupid enough to believe this shit, then y'all deserve whatever the fuck is going on. If Diddy get out of jail because of it, this is on y'all. Y'all should have been from the start like, huh? Okay, we're gonna listen, but we know better. You didn't do that. Y'all was like, oh, poor thing. 10 years old. Oh my God, J-Lo. J-Lo fucked her with a glass bottle. She broke a glass bottle on the ground and stuck it in a 10-year-old's coochie. Like, get the fuck out of here. But this 10-year-old is walking around having this go on and nothing, no hospitalization. You would be on death's door if that happened to you. Like, girl, stop it. We're almost done. Continue to listen. Thank you for sipping this hot tea. What they do? Y'all done took care of Christmas around Lamisha and them house. God damn it. Lamisha and them fit have a good Christmas off of y'all. And I want to personally thank y'all for doing that because she could have been robbing a bank some goddamn where, but instead she found a bunch of internet fools and bumped y'all's heads. And now her kids will have Christmas presents. I really want to thank y'all for that. I feel safer when I walk to my car. That Lamisha is not somewhere gonna be jumping out my bushes trying to take my pocketbook. Fuck y'all. So is my Cash App. It's Tanisha Talks Teas. Period. Go on ahead and send me a Cash App for putting up this real tea for y'all to sip. It's motherfucking piping hot. We almost done with this video. We gonna wrap it on up and I'm gonna see y'all on tomorrow. I hope she do. I hope she get away with it. I don't hope she go to jail. I don't hope she get put in a mental institute. I hope she keep peddling this shit. As long as y'all will eat it up and pay her cash ass fuck y'all. Cause I'd rather have her doing that than out here robbing people for real. If y'all are stupid enough to pay her, so what? Call Lionel B, because I hear he's still managing her. Call Lionel B or an interview with Lamisha Fuller. Okay, he's on a YouTube. He on the YouTube. A bald guy with beard. His name is the Lionel B Show. Call him if y'all want to peddle Lamisha's pussy down to the social media. She has a manager. His name is Lionel B. And set that up. I will be watching. That's all I'm gonna be motherfucking doing, but set it up. Y'all wild for this shit. Okay, that was our last live stream for the night. That was our last live stream for the night. This was all, a money grab, a sham, a scheme, fucking bamboozle, hoodwink, a coup on your ass. You see what I'm saying? My tea talkers know better. I know y'all wasn't down there sending that hoe no money. Bless the tea talker. Cash app, Tanisha Talks Teas, Tanisha Talks Teas, period. I know y'all wasn't blessing that bitch with nothing. You better not have been. If you was, unfollow me and go follow Lionel B over on YouTube because that's her manager. We're not peddling bitches pussies over here. Bless your favorite tea talker. I want to give a shout out to all of my newest members that have joined since we've been live. That would be Mago Macarabi, Tanya Monger, Melody Hermes, Coach Atima Diggs, Lauren Snyder, Alicia Miller, Harry Fred, Charles Million, Glowing Flower Crown, Taisha Jennings, Deborah Pinada, Jessica BSN, Jessica Thom, Joel Wilcock, and Natoya Valier. Bless you all for being tea talkers. We love to have you over here sipping hot tea. And that's all I got tonight on debunking these Diddy victims, okay? Where are the real victims? Hopefully they pop up and show Diddy what to do to keep Diddy in jail. Because at this rate, he gonna get off at this rate with y'all. I don't know what to say anymore. I love y'all on this Tuesday night. Stay warm. Bye.
This is Tanisha Talks to Tease. Remember, show me love on the subscribe, like, and share button. And always stay sipping.